Got an update. Yes, a patch. This is a patch we should have gotten today. Legitimately today. But we're discussing everything that's happening right here, right before season two. We're geared up. We're ready. We're excited. I can't wait. So, hopefully this is a sign of good things to come because they finally fixed a lot of things we were having issues with. We have obviously still not perfect, but it's a step. We go right direction. So let's wait for this to finish and we'll get right into it. And so a lot that's supposedly changed. There's some really good things, like I was saying. There's the gameplay stuff we're going to talk about. We're not going to really jump on for this, but the first thing we want to talk about, the first thing we're going to discuss is we finally fixed our badge issues, right? Which is that you couldn't like switch badges and add badges to other, like I could swap badges, right? Now we can actually do that. So basically, if you click on any added badge or whatever, you can either upgrade or replace, and you can literally finally swap out of badges. Like you used to have this issue where if you added a badge or you bought a party that already had badges added, you were basically stuck with those badges. Now you can finally replace those badges. So it's a really good thing. You can finally customize the players the way you want, not as it was previously. So that's a great first upgrade to have something that should have been in the game from the jump. But hey, better late than never, I guess. And there was a couple of badges that were like glitched in auction house. I told you guys this. They finally fixed that as well. So finally we can like be hopeful and fully service those bags. I was going for a lot cheaper, even though it should have been an expensive bag. It was going so cheap just because people couldn't search for it. It was a couple of ones too crazy. There was like look specialist. They fixed something else huge in the auction house that we've been wanting as well. That I've been like literally saying forever. Basically, for example, if I put this card up for whatever the price is, so let's just throw it whatever for right now, just so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. I throw the card and I start right back where I was. It was every 7 days. Wow, that's been forever. An issue never had in the past. So I'm still here. I don't start from the jump. Thank you so much. I don't know how many times you have to ask that, but as long as it's not actually fixed, it's okay. I guess it's better than late than never. They fixed a couple other things like in breakout, as well as like just in general. There was a couple of aging and where people like players and stuff. Everything they finally fixed that. And I'd like to see one thing that actually tells me how many you have. You can something. So we have one left, two left. You can tell now we know no matter what we're using. That's huge. I think that's a really big one. I think that's going to be a game changer in itself. Just being able to tell, being able to know what's happening. So I always want like say if I only have one left, I can basically. I think that's going to be a game changer. So we only have one left, two left. You couldn't tell. Now we know no matter what we're using. That's huge. I think that's a really big one. I think that's going to be a game changer in itself. Being able to tell, being able to know what's happening. So I always want like say if I only have one left, I can be smarter with it instead of before. Now one thing I want them to fix future-wise, I'm letting you guys know this now. When we get rid of this unavailable floating on it, please like this is bad. Let me just roll the team. They fix this thing where basically if I was adding like someone replacing someone on my team, or like say I was adding somebody here, I would add like the same players. It would still show me decent games. So sometimes I would like, especially when I make my salary cap team, I would look for 200 salaries and I would find out that I had like the same player 4 or 5 times. It was so annoying. I guess we're gonna bounce around a little bit, but let's go to the park. They supposedly fixed some things in here. I'm excited to see if they did. It's supposedly rep is good now. Let's go. I do see my rep. I do see my showdown thing, and I should be MVP. Yup, I'm MVP, baby. It's the first time ever I'm MVP. Top rep in the park. They finally fixed it. Oh man, that was not something they were fixing at all. I gotta get consent to be top rep and how it works with it. Another thing is they said they spent this up. Of course, yeah, they did speed this up. This was a lot lost over before. Looking at your wins and all that. They fixed this right here as well as most of my team up, so that's going to be great for next season. But wait, once again, I forgot something about the badges. They said they changed that now. Say for example, I want to add gold timer, right? There should be now you have to confirm. Hey, thank you. A lot of people that were wasting gold paint badges. And so bad, I felt bad. So they finally have that. That's cool. Now you can actually that they fixed. If you were an all-star team up, anyone cares about that. You weren't able to do all the times without like your opponents. Like I used to just read through my controller for like the whole thing to just make sure I can't hear anybody. And now you can like it's a good player. So that's good, especially that it's like gauge everyone. The stuff is that they have that we actually hit for real in the game. think I can't wait to see how this works. But it'll show you your top four scores, your top four games. So you can actually like keep track better. I literally have a piece of paper every week that I write down my top four games, so I can calculate. I literally calculate every game. So now you'll have an idea. If like you have a chance at tier one, you'll have a chance at tier two or tier three or whatever the case is. So you'll be like, yo, one of my games in my top four is 2001. I think this game is even big, right? Let's leave it across South. Let's start taking a little more seriously. Just because it's a game, I'll stop taking time to get my hands. But we're running they did, but those are like the main people. It's like really like outright those are the ones that I wanted needed. They changed supposedly like fading is supposed to be done as OP anymore. I heard. So like it's supposed to be missing more with the drop right now. So like yeah, so the fading, but I heard the range fade is still overpowered for the most part. I think the 3.1 is probably overpowered. So I just don't fade a lot. So I would. The mid-range one is still the same from what I'm hearing. People are saying the 3.1 is differently. Also, right, we'll probably go to the defense. Honestly, they supposedly changed some of the defensive stuff. I think they changed. They simply talked about changing some of the there's some differences in it. I won't know it's stuff like I guess. It's hard to really tell if he's selling anything. It's a difference when it comes to stuff. Yeah, I'm excited for most part. People are saying not so many great things about the gameplay. But then again, I'm hearing that's mainly for. It seems like they try to make my team better overall. That's what it seems like they try to do. We'll see how that affects. I'm sure there'll be another patch because they like make dark orders and any sense of the word. Like the way skills work and they updated skill and the skills differences in that regard. So it's gonna be really interesting to how it feels, especially getting ready for like season two. I'm super hyped. They actually made some things in the menu as well we need to talk about. I think it looks a lot better. But if you take a look at your challenges, look at this for example. Look, now you can clearly see the time left on a lot of these, so it does look a lot better. So like forget, miss out, you know what's happening when things are happening instead of like before sometimes you wouldn't notice certain things. You wouldn't realize certain things. So now that stuff's supposed to be easier. Hopefully this whole game just gets better overall. I'm really excited for some of the things that we should have had. I'm not saying we shouldn't have had this stuff in the game. Like all the bad stuff should have been in the game since day one. 100%. But it's better. You say better than that, is it? I mean, yeah, that's true. We need to fix those things. So I'm glad it took forever for the whole shop to get fixed with the player, the matches that were missing, and then like not having to start from the beginning. That was such a really annoying thing. We had a lot of spots. I'm trying to keep myself like not having space. I have 70 slots. Can you imagine if I go to throw up like a badge? Because when I throw up badges, I stopped selling badges for that reason. Because I would throw up a badge and it would start me over and I have to scroll all the way. Now I'm sure there's gonna be more stuff on the auction house. If they could just get rid of the at late time when you buy something, sell something, but they're obviously not going to do that. But hopefully, let me know what you guys are excited about. If there's stuff that I did touch up on that you guys like as well, please let me know. I know they fixed some like the meter stuff when it comes to those. I think Jet had like a glitch meter when you had Jet, and like as opposed to another one, so they fixed that one. Honestly, I don't care too much about the gameplay because I just adjust to whatever's happening. I think this game has potential still. We just gotta see what the content looks like. Because if it's like the content's gonna tell us all we need to know, right? That's what's gonna tell us everything we need to know. With all that said, though, best of luck to you guys. Have fun and tell me what's good with y'all. I'm excited. I'll see you guys soon. Case many more most. Y'all know the drill. I can't wait. I mean, my player. With all that said, though, best of luck to you guys. Have fun and tell me what's good with y'all. I'm excited. I'll see you. In case any more votes. Y'all know the drill. I can't. I mean, my players are my players. They're the ones that I back the way I want to. But it's nice to know that if someone, my Miles Turner, for example, they'll have the opportunity to get rid of this badge, for example, and throw in something else. So that's always cool. That's gonna be super cool. Maybe I decide, oh, I don't want this badge on players. I can only switch that myself. I'll see you guys later. Any more votes? Y'all know the drill. And always out.
It picked everything up really quickly. Game deck.
Season 2 is coming up, baby. Season 2 is coming up. We have some things to talk about. I'm actually going to start in exchange. I just want to talk and touch base on Season 1 and how honestly amazing certain things were in this place, right? Like the Season 1 exchanges were all great for the most part, right? Jack Sigma, Jason Kidd, Glenn Rice, you had the 95 plus in Gem. All that stuff was amazing. That's what made Season 1 so special, that people were able to grind for whatever they wanted in different modes. I love that. So, the only complaint I really had is if people wanted to get more, and they delivered. This time we're gonna have 20 players in exchange for in season 2. We're gonna go through them. We're gonna talk about them because honestly, they're really, really iffy. Like I don't know if they're good or not. I don't know what we're talking about. But we're gonna go ahead and start with the level 40 season news and what we know about this. There's a couple players. There's a couple things we should know. So for starters, the one you get for instead of Kevin Durant, if you buy the Pro Pass this time around, you will be getting a J.R. Smith, the diamond. He plays the shooting guard position and small forward. He cannot play the one. That is supposed to be the first one. And then we're going to be talking about the level 1 player, which really never really matters, but we're getting Shade Sharp. He's going to be a stat. I'll have all that stuff on your screen. At level 10, you will be scoring private. Level 20 has X diamonds.
cards that we do not care about, obviously. Then at level 28, we have Diamond Coach Eric Spoelstra. They made him a knowledge coach, which I just want to note that we right now have a Diamond knowledge coach in Rep Carmelo Anthony. There's other diamonds or like other variables that we do not have. Knowledge is already one we have as a level 3. He's a level 3 coach in that regard in knowledge. You know, I'm the coach just so I got to make a video on that. We'll talk about that another time. Level 3, Joe Johnson, one of my favorite players of all time. I don't know if you guys know that, but Joe Johnson, one of my favorite fans. I just love watching our kids go for any of the next cool. And at level 35, we have Tim Dotson, Van Screw. KJ Schumer, that's going to be the player right there for that. And then level 40, the big deal, the final is going to be Chris Bosh. Yes, Bosh, level 40, that's fire. We love it. That's amazing. That's great. Yes, yes, yes. So those are the main players. Those are the players we get along the way. Look at the other stuff. Obviously, there's something we know about the premium. We do know premium stuff like at 16, you get a whole thing badge 53. Then at level 37, it's similar. It's going to be similar to this. There's going to be 6 cards to do overall option type. And it's going to be a season 2 one. So I don't know how that works. It's going to be better odds than we have. Like all the players that came out in season 1, I'm assuming it's going to be more players in general. There's 6 players that we get to choose from. And then the level 40 Chris Bosh is going to be a Toronto Raptor bot. So hopefully he has the hair and everything. Hopefully they like differentiate the two, honestly. That's something I'm really like to see. Now, obviously, the main problems that we're still encountering are the pack-ons being bad. Hopefully they get like the NBA only packs and the WNBA only packs. No, the NBA only packs are a lot better. So like that we have like options if you want wild gems, not wild gems, all that. Cool. But now let's take a look at the players that you get for Season 2 rewards, right? So this are all the players, the 20 players out there. Now, some of them might have potential. I want to say that. Some of them might have potential. It's just the names are really bad. And when you look at the names, well, just like quickly, just look at the pink diamonds because there's 5 of them. You're looking at Elton Brand. The cool thing about Elton is he can play the 3, so that's a big, small forward right there. I don't know. Is he going to be cheesy? Maybe, possibly. Can he be good? No. John Havlicek usually is pretty solid in 2K. Maybe he's got potential. He can only play the 2 and 3. That's something we know. But hey, I know it might be solid. It really might. Sidney Moncrief, big point guard. Definitely potential there. There is potential there. We'll see how that goes. And then there's Mitch Richmond, who I think if Mitch played the 1, he would be one of the cards that we would definitely want. That's definitely a card we would probably want right there. Because he might be decent at the 2, but like at the end of the day, he's not going to be that much special. Like we had Jack Sigma. We had decent kids. Like we had these cards that were so light years ahead of their time. And now we get cards that are just normal, like they're average. Like why am I grinding over this since the cards that aren't that much better than themselves? And then like the last one being West Unseld is tough. That's a tough one to look at, man. Like what am I looking at West Unseld for? He's a type player. Like I know Adrian West Unseld as a player, as a coach, or any of that great, obviously respect. But like those 5 pink diamonds is just nowhere near the 3 pink diamonds we got earlier. Even Glenn Rice makes them look silly.
When investing in perspective, JP Morgan Wealth Management has powerful tools, research from expert analysts, and a single view of your banking accounts right in the Chase mobile app. When you want to take control of your financial future, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management. Been dealing with dark spots my entire adult life. Nothing worked for me until I found you streaming stone.
We need to get every tailgater effective. Then amp up the food strength.
Definitely, definitely.
He does, realistically. The Diamonds are much better. You got Sleepy Boy, Bob Love, Chris Kaman, Rod Strickland, and Adrian Danley. I know there's fans out there that love Adrian Danley. There's people out there that probably, well, like, probably not know Chris Kaman. You know what I mean? There's probably people out there that like certain cards. But still, even then, that's not what you want to grind the season for. You know what I mean? That's not what we're here for. The Amies are just a disgrace. They are a disgrace. Like, Alex English being an Amethyst, why isn't he a diamond or pink diamond? I would grind for a pink diamond Alex. I'm just being honest. I would grind for Alex English pink diamond. I would grind for literally, like, I don't know. Like, the Amies, I can't even sit here and say any of the other ones I would grind for. Like, no, man, I don't want Tyrone Hill. I don't want Mr. Maxwell or Antonio Davis or Brad. I don't want any of these dudes, bro. There's no world in the world that I want a Bridgman, bro, or a Nixon. Nor Nixon. Like, that's not happening. That's not happening. The players is just not. I might go get them all? Probably. Will I get them all because I want to? No. Because I need them? No. But more because I play the game a lot. Maybe, I don't know, do I quit? See how it goes. Honestly, I like the idea that it's just bad. Someone said it's quantity over quality right there. That is a quantity move, and we do not want that quantity. That is just not what we were looking for. No one asked for that. Well, I mean, I asked for more players, but you could have put a couple players that made sense. That would have been better. That would have, like, really wanted to say. We didn't even want, like, a million of them. If you want 20 players, cool, but like, there was at least 2 from each tier that are solid. If there was at least 2 pink diamonds there that were like, yo, I need that card. Once again, we don't know their stats or anything like that. We don't know how they play. Hopefully, like, some of these cards are better than they look. Maybe Sidney Moncrief is like, probably the pink diamond I'm going for first, even though my point guard position is the least. But I'm looking at the names, I keep looking at the diamonds. I'm like, is that a diamond I would grind for? And I know in 2K, you're probably going to need a couple Amies before you can start taking the diamonds. Then you're going to need those before you get the big guys. That's what I'm just assuming, just because of how 2K does things out here in these streets. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know how I feel. I generally do not know how I feel. But I guess we're going to see when the season drops. I'm excited for Bot. I am excited for level 40 Bot. That is something I'm excited about. I know, like, we had Sigma, who's an amazing stud, beast, all that. People were mad about his jump shot being changed or whatnot. That got fixed again, so don't worry. I was telling people that was definitely not something that was supposed to happen. Like, the hitches that people were going through, I never got any of those hitches to begin with. So it was definitely something they reverted back to. But he was literally one of the best bigs in the game for a minute. Like, that's why he has 728 gameplay, and I didn't even get him first. I took Jason Kidd first. And I'm still like in love with my kids for the most part, no matter what they updated or upgraded or any of that. Like this dude has stats that I really have over 4,000 assists with him. Man. You know what I mean? Like I obviously love him for obviously see great stuff that happens with him. And now looking at these other things, I mean, none of them are gonna replace. I was hoping like if these guys can still start on my team and they're still gonna start. I was hoping like these new guys are gonna come in and take their places. The only player that I'm really excited for this season is really Bosch. Joe Johnson usually sucks in 2K, unfortunately. If he's decent enough, maybe he takes Bruce Bowen's spot. We'll see. I do like J.R. Smith coming through, but like I don't know. It's just like we're looking for a kid in gems at this point. Like MCW is my goal. Like you know, like, I need the Pink Diamond Hidden Gems to come through and be clutch and be great. Hopefully they let us get more than one Pink Diamond Hidden Gems. They let us get 2 or 3. Hey, you multiply the other one by so much, right? You're literally letting us get 7 times more. Or even if we're just doing Pink Diamond, it's pretty much almost double. You might as well double the Pink Diamond gems. You're gonna have diamond ones at this point since you're doing diamonds and other stuff. We'll take some diamond gems, we'll take some Amy gems. Hopefully they just do things better throughout the season, though, because that's really what's going to come down to, are we still playing this game? Is this game worth it? Let's see what the other rewards are looking like. Let's see what the packs are going to be looking like. Well, maybe we get some more news tomorrow as well. I think the names are definitely underwhelming, 100%. Definitely underwhelming for the most part. This is not good news. Hopefully they make up for it in other places. Halloween is going to be during season 2, so hopefully we get some good events during Halloween. If they continue this silly game stuff, which we know they will, hopefully they at least make the players more attainable or better. And that all starts with odds. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. If we get better events, I think that will like make us at least want to play, make things better. Well, with all that said, I'll see you guys later. Games in your boy most following. Y'all know this. Let me know what you guys think of
Oh, bitch.
What's up, y'all? Inside this video today, we're going to be going over my thoughts on where 2K is currently at post-patch, after the patch has been out. For 2 days now, in my team, we saw the big patch, then we saw a kind of minor adjustment to that patch, which again, we will talk about in this game. Now, I'm going to first off by saying, start off by saying this. Everybody has their own opinion on this patch. Some people love it, some people hate it. You guys can have your own opinion. It's okay. Not everybody is going to agree that the game is better or that the game is worse. The game got a major update. Obviously, you can't expect everybody to agree on it. But here's my thought. 2 days after the patch has been out. After day 1, I really did love the patch at all. Because the biggest thing for me, and it wasn't even fake, the biggest thing for me is I felt like rhythm shooting was totally broken on day 1. Like, I felt like it was. They added an inch to rhythm shooting, which some people didn't believe me, but literally 2K, Mike Wayne tweeted about there being an unnecessary, hitch that was added into the game. It was added, and it just really wasn't great at all. And so that kind of ruined things for me on day 1. Phase being nerfed, obviously, were phase overpowered. I honestly would be willing to admit yes. Like, I do. But I will also say this. With phase being overpowered, if you played somebody good at the game, like, there still was a skill gap, right? Like, defensively, you have to do a lot to try to get a stop. You think I love playing guys that were good at running around streets and baiting? No, but as a defensive mind, as a defensive player, I had to make adjustments to that. And honestly, I think the game, pre-patch, was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun because guess what? In like Showdown and other game modes, they were high scoring. It was easy for the average person to play. It didn't feel like it does now. Yesterday, I played a competitive game. And I played my mind yesterday, okay? And it was a competitive game. Those games were pretty violent. Anyway, in that game, I played one of the best defensive players in the game. You guys know him, 11 Assassin. the end of the first quarter, the score is 4-4. Almost 4-2. He scored, I think, the very last minute or the very last second. I'm taking 4. But that's the type of games we're going to be seeing on this game. If you play somebody now that knows what they're doing, there is no scoring the basketball, right? Because yeah, standstill shots are good. So the new thing is, okay, God, now you got to try to set your feet for 3, and that's fine, right? That's how it's worked in the past. But it takes so long to do, and a lot of the set shots are slow. For example, if you have like a Klay Thompson, good luck getting his shot up. His shot's going to take a little bit to get up. You have a Kevin Garnett, good luck. These are the things to think about. Awesome, right? You're going to get a lot more mid-range work than you did previous. And I'll just kind of showcase that here and break it, right? Like the mid-range fades are still fine. Mid-range fades are good. I still think it's better to shoot a fade with square than it is with a stick, which I don't necessarily love right now on this game. But that, if you want to fade, you better be getting to the mid-range area right now. Which again, I'm not even mad at that. Like, whatever. I just wish the stick part of it wasn't broken. They did fix the stick with rhythm shooting, catch and shoot situation, which is fantastic. That needed to happen. That needed to be done. But again, I just think post-patch 2 days, the game's less fun than it was. And that's one thing I don't like because that's the only thing that I was grasping on. The only. I didn't necessarily love a lot that was going on with content. Obviously, the content was even worse. But the one thing I can hold on to is, guess what, guys? I'm having fun in games, right? I hop on every day and see my win streak done. If I want to stream, I'll stream some Showdown. I'll play in some smaller MyTeam tournaments. And I'll do my thing because I like the gameplay. Do I like the gameplay now? I still don't think it's the worst. Honestly, like I think after I get used to it, I still don't think it's the worst. But one thing is for sure, it is less fun now than it was. That is for sure. That is for certain. I don't even know if that's debatable. It is for sure less fun than it was. And again, if you don't like playing a lot of defense and people were cooking you from 3 and just faded your shoes off, then I get it. Like you'll probably like this patch. You'll probably think this patch is great. If you like running to the rim, you'll probably think this patch is great. But I just think for me, it makes the game overall less fun. If more people just want to run around and shoot fades, then they want to have to actually think to get a bucket, including myself. I don't want to have to call a back cut and get a standing dunk in competitive games each and every play, right? I don't want the game to revolve around, okay, whoever can get more stops and tweak outs and transition with the game. Because that's how it basically is. They output this game year in, year out. And honestly, in my team, that's how it's doing. Because it's so hard to agree on this game. It's so hard because fades are cooked. You are not consistently making fades for every game. You might make them once in a while, and in Showdown in the corners, you are probably going to make some. But I'm saying, anything that's on a harder difficulty than Showdown, even if it's on a harder difficulty than Showdown, good luck. Don't think you're just going to be zooming around the court, greening fades, greening threes. That is not going to happen. It's going to be tougher to score the basketball compared to what it has been. And I just, I'm way higher on the patch now than I was, a day ago, before they, better. Navy presents Jingle Jammies, the greatest snow on earth. Just look at those jammies jingle. That's snow is.
That moment you've been dreaming of for your entire life is what you reach.
Not on strength, not on leadership, but on softness. He wants to be nurturing, delicate.
Oh my gosh, how dare this man want to nurture you? Like, literally, what she's describing is just good qualities in a partner, like him being nice. And she's like, no, that's him trying to compete with you. And when I tell you, this red pill nonsense, as much as some of these people think that they disagree with it and they hate it, they're literally subscribing to the same ideology. And my question to these people is, what do you actually disagree with when it comes to red pill? Because look, I know what I disagree with, which is pretty much everything. But it's like, if you're saying that women are supposed to be nurturing, women are supposed to be soft, X, Y, Z, and that's essentially their thing, like that's what they say, what is it that you actually disagree with? And it's like, these people are the same ones who will come to my conversation and call me red pill for disagreeing with their red pill rhetoric. Like, you're out here saying that, like, men shouldn't compete with women in softness, when, again, it's not a competition, it's just them being, like, a nice person. But it's like, really, you're just flying the flag for toxic masculinity and misogyny. Like, I don't see what point, like, I don't see where they think they're, like, winning with this. And I saw some people in the comments yesterday saying the alt-right pipeline for women doesn't exist. You see that? See that right there?
Man who wants to compete with women.
Oh, I'm literally sitting here crying watching Kenny beat him, announcing that he's gonna be on NBC. Bro, what? Oh, I'm literally sitting here crying watching Kenny beat him, announcing that he's gonna be on NBC.
If there was a most...
Bro, what? I'm literally sitting here crying watching Kenny beat him. And Anthony.
Fuck wrong with you, bitch ass nigga? Fuck wrong with you? Don't do shit like that. Why you like shit? Shut the fuck up. No, he know better with this smirk on his face. He know better. Bro. No, wait, if he know that, he wouldn't ask me that right now. He know what I'm talking about. Fuck wrong with you, bitch ass nigga? Fuck wrong with you? Don't do shit like that. Why you like shit? Shut the fuck up. Why else? Fuck wrong with you, bitch ass nigga? Fuck wrong with you? Don't do shit like that. Bro, you look like you younger than me though. But I just remember, I can remember how old you were. But I just knew you was older than me. Yeah. But the last time when I found out how old you was, you remember when we was in Rhode Island? I found out. I'm like,
Son.
why the fuck wrong with you, bitch ass? Yeah, you know what, Cash? For the bartender. I owe you. How old are you? Away from me. Away from me. Go back over there. Cash. Fuck wrong with you? Why are y'all saying fuck wrong with you, bitch ass? Fuck wrong with you? Don't do shit like that. Why you asking some shit? Shut the fuck up.
Why are y'all saying XQC? Wait, what's your beef with XQC? I don't have any beef with XQC. Say it. XQC thinks that I think that he's racist. Why? I'm not saying that you're racist. You just dumb as hell. Chat, what's crazy is I'm a juicer. Why are y'all saying XQC? Wait, what's your beef with XQC? I don't have any beef with XQC. Say it. XQC thinks that I think that he's racist. Why? Look, I'm sure you...
Joe, I know you spent some time with Malcolm Brogdon. What do you have to say about him and the new retirement today?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's obviously he was a sixth man of the year. It was our first year together. I appreciate the grace that he showed and the patience that he showed and the openness that he showed for, coming into a place and then, working with the first-time coach. And he did a lot for us, obviously, on the court, but he was really good off the floor, just, with his family and getting to know them there. So, I look at him and look at a guy that kind of has an identity and knows who he is and will be able to transition into anything that he does because of, his work ethic, his mentality, but also his, just takes pride in learning and being, well educated. So I think anything he does, he'll be good at. And, I'm just glad I got to coach him. He did a lot of good stuff for us.
Joe, and Brogdon, what the fuck, bro? I didn't fuck with your trash ass come here and waste my time, bro. You got a shames bomb again. Malcolm Brogdon's retiring from the NBA. You waited the whole offseason. You signed with us 3 days ago. Now you packing your bags about to retire? Unless Mike Brown told you that you wasn't about to make this roster, I understand. But from my knowledge, all Shan's been saying was that you was going to have a key piece on this team. You was going to get PT off the bench, take the ball handling duties away from Jalen Brunson to help him out and save him for the playoffs. I was excited. Now you clean out your locker room, you packed your bag, and now you retire. Malcolm Brogdon, disrespectfully, fuck you. Wasted my time, got all of us Knicks fans bricked up. We don't need you anyway. Don't act like we lost something big. We didn't lose shit. You just would have made us at least 0.9% better. Nobody give a fuck about your sympathy ass retirement. Day out first to begin my transition out of my basketball career. I'm giving my mind, body, and spirit to the game. Shut the fuck up. Congrats. Knicks, this is what we doing? Oh, fuck no. Malcolm Brogdon, what the fuck, bro? I didn't fuck with...
One of the funniest things that occasionally happens in sports is a player will sign with a new team, practice with that team for a couple weeks, and then decide, hey, actually, I would rather retire than play for this team. And that's what just happened with Malcolm Brogdon, who signed with the Knicks this offseason, and right before the season starts, at age 32, he's like, I'm calling it a career. And this comes on the heels of Zadarius Smith retiring mid-season for the Eagles when he was low-key their best edge rusher. 5 games is all he could last with Nick Sirianni and Big Dom, but it might have been incredibly smart because now he gets another credited season towards his pension because he played more than 3 games. And Amari Cooper might just be smarter than all of us because he was basically retired, then decided, hey, I'm going to go back to my old team, the Raiders. He did that August 25th, and then September 4th, he was like, actually, I don't need to be a part of this. I'm retiring for good. And based on what we see from the Raiders this year is probably the right call. And still, I don't think we'll ever see someone top this, retiring mid-game because your team was just playing so bad, and you're like, I'm out. Brogdon had a good career, but it's funny that he was on the Knicks in the preseason when they got this fancy, all-paid-for trip to Abu Dhabi, and there he is. He gets back from the trip. He's like, thanks for the trip. I'm going home now. One of the funniest
Against his former teams, able to suit up for 24 games in Washington last year because of injury. Shoot. He'll attack with the left hand and he gets the roll. Watch the ball, doesn't give up. Against his former teams, able to suit up for 24 games in Washington last year because of injury. Shoot. He'll attack with the left hand.
So would you would rather run 5 centers than play you at point guard for any of our minutes? A simple no also conveys the same message.
Hello. After 9 NBA seasons.
Yeah, I asked Brogdon about his decision to retire, and he said,
All right, so I'm breaking Knicks.
well, he's...
Who is the most beautiful woman in the entire universe? Could it be like
Like I said, everybody I ever lined up against, I dominated. And
because you ain't lined up against me.
boy, I would have tore your ass up.
That's right.
You can get your motherfucking cleats. The playmaker can get his cleats, and we can get on the goddamn field. Be a bunch of old motherfuckers out here trying to prove some shit.
I don't know. We don't need no pads, no nothing.
I don't need none.
All we need is you standing at 5 yards, I'm standing at 5, and I'm gonna run right into you.
You losing that. You gotta get a head of steam in order to beat me. You can't.
Big and stronger than you.
It don't matter. Hey, you can't. Your head. When I strike that ass in the head, it's a big motherfucking head right here. Now
saying you're not gonna go low.
No, I ain't going low. What the fuck am I gonna go low for? If I go low, I'm gonna lose that. Trust me, I done put plenty of niggas to the test that was big, just like you gonna nigga to the test like me.
Ain't nobody playing shit. You gonna play against? You gonna fight in the motherfucking swag like me?
No, not in the swag. I'm playing the swag that's in the arena your size. And guess what they say?
Why the fuck are they in the arena if they my size?
Because they in the arena.
No, it works like that. No.
is strong in them 3 letters called NFL. You ain't played against nobody like me, Ron.
Shit.
You ain't played against nobody like me.
You think you the only big motherfucker in the world?
You ain't played against nobody like me because
big
you
person
in the world on the team. That is not what that means. Listen, see, that's how I know you. So, look, you ain't played against nobody like me. Do you believe that you get the same shot? Do you believe what school you go to determines what type shot you get?
He's just one man. Jimmy Parler is not a man. It's a one-man project. It's a one-man band. Jimmy Parler's just one guy. He's just one guy, for God's sake. Jimmy Parler. I don't believe in near-death experiences, to be honest.
It's bad.
That boy Flip say, you say a lot of tricky words. Mark Lamar Hill responded, no, I say a lot of regular words that are tricky to you. When I say I've been laughing, like
Even I've listened to about 6,000 voicemails from podcast listeners about their grief, and it's the most profound experience of my life. And I routinely call up people who have sent me direct messages, and I speak to them on the phone. I spoke to a lady 2 weeks ago, probably for about an hour. Her 17-year-old special needs son died in her arms in her apartment, and I don't know her, but she reached out to me, and I asked her if I could call her, and we spoke for an hour. And these are the most real conversations you can possibly have. And it's nice, instead of people coming out to me on the street and being like, hey, can we have a selfie? You're really pale. It's interesting. It's nice to have people come up and say, you know what? I listen to your podcast. My child just died, or my dad just died, and what Andrew Garfield said on the podcast really helped, that the wound is the only route to the gift, or you talking about learning to love the thing you most wish had never happened, which is obviously a concept that kind of blew my mind. But I didn't allow myself to grieve as a kid, because I was so overwhelmed when my dad died when I was a kid, and then my brother died by suicide, that I shut down, and I've lived for 40 years without allowing myself to feel the pain of the grief. But the irony is, by not allowing myself to, and you taught me this, by not allowing myself to feel the pain of it, I also didn't allow myself ever to feel joy, true joy, because you can't have one without the other. And it's only now in the last 2 years and my voice still shakes, which I'm sorry about, but it's only in the last 2 years by feeling this grief and this sadness that I've been able to feel joy. And I have a lot to feel joy about, because I got these 2 little boys who are just incredible. And one of them's backstage right now watching. And so it is the greatest gift. And you kind of gave it to me early on, and other people have given it to me in drips and drabs every interview I've done. And the incredible thing is, the good news is, you can still have a relationship with somebody who's died. And I have a relationship with my dad that's extraordinary. And I know.
He on trap for man. Yo, much. I can't put you in my blunt. Can I put you in my blunt? Dad, you put you in my blunt? You want to dad me and put you in my blunt? I'm out there. Huh? I'm out there. You mean I can't put you in my blunt? Oh, Dad. Bro, you have no nation, nothing, bro. Oh, wait. What? You never use that. You're a demon. My fault, you a demon. My fault. I know you was one. That's the price. Brother, you keep asking the same question. $4.99.
Do these have a price to them?
These are $4.99.
Okay. And how much are these bad boys?
Just by itself?
Yeah.
$4.99. That's cornflakes.
Does it have a price on it by chance?
What you mean?
Like a price on it?
I just told you $4.99.
No, but like a price. Does it have a price on it?
This is the price. Hey, you mean the price on the box?
Yeah, does it? Yeah.
No, the price is in front of you. When you take it up in the front, they're going to scan it and tell you how much it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, this ain't like the dollar store.
Does it have maybe like, do you know the brand? Like, what's the name of it?
That is the brand.
Kellogg.
Pumpkin spice. Okay, does the Kellogg's pumpkin spice have a price to it?
It's the price, brother. That's the price. $4.99.
Maybe I'm lost in the sauce. What is the name of this exactly? Kellogg's.
Kellogg spicy pumpkin spice.
Does it have a price on it by chance?
No.
There's no price?
No.
So I can just take it and leave out with it?
If you got to pay for it before you take it out there and go for it.
Right, so what's the price?
I just told you, $4.99 is the price.
What's the price?
$4.99.
What's the price?
The price is right there. $4.99. A box of cereal is $4.99.
And what's the name of it?
Kellogg.
Kellogg's.
Pumpkin spice.
Does it have a price by chance?
This is the price. This is the price, brother. See this? That's the price.
All right.
That tag right there? That's the price of the cereal.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Does it have a price on it by chance?
No.
No, I'm saying like so I can just walk out of here with it.
You ain't gonna walk out of here without paying for it.
No, so I was saying, what's the price then?
$4.99.
Right. So what's the price?
Yo, Harris drop.
Watch out for my dog.
Let's go.
I think this shit is lame as hell, boring as hell. Let's just play hands up defense. That's
What is he talking about?
right. Just stand there with your fucking hands up, right? I can't fade away, so.
Yeah, nigga, cause fading is trash from the three, nigga. Give me that. Man, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't fade no more from the three. It's a fact. Everybody want to fade from the three. It's over. It's over, gang. Hang it up. Only thing you want to do is fade the black. You out the game. Fade away, bro. Michael Jordan won 6 finals. Fade away, my nigga. 6 finals. 6 for 6. Just fading niggas. Just fading niggas, bro. Michael Jordan, take. Right? What are you saying? Yeah, Michael Jordan wasn't right. Faded from the midi. I hear this nigga. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Jordan faded from the midi. Jordan wasn't doing no fades from the three. What is he talking about? Nigga said Michael Jordan was fading from the three. Hell nah. He don't know basketball, Jack. Hang it up.
Wants to do that, and that's not me saying it's okay. Like I think we can ease them into that. To get people at least involved.
The dumbest question a Christian or religious person can ask me is, do I believe in God or do I think Jesus is God? My understanding of God exceeds their level of awareness. I don't subscribe to some masculine figure sitting on clouds, striking people down, granting petty wishes, helping you find your keys, but...
Before every match.
What's up, Dad? Where's Bill? Bill, your brother? What? That Bill passed. He passed a number of years ago. My brother Bill passed? Yeah, a long time ago. You just forgot. You were at the funeral. I did forget. Yeah, you were at the funeral. He had prostate cancer. What about now? He's still dead. Pardon me? He's still passed. I know. So what do you want to do now? Nothing. I'm just...
Okay, boys, listen up. Do not be a tit-for-tat man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Women lose respect.
Give a fuck what these bitches. Why are you recommending me this faggot talking? Recommending me this prince looking ass faggot. Don't ever recommend me that faggot again.
Pickup should always be 2s and 3s and not 1s and 2s. It's so crazy to have 3s worth double.
You know what? I didn't even think about it either. So, okay, if you're running 2s and 3s, what number are we ending at? Are we still ending? Do y'all play 11s?
Yeah, it would have to change. It would probably have to be 16, 21, 23 maybe.
I guess I never really internalized the fact that they are worth double. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's always been 1 and 2s when we ran. Other than if we play like a full game where everybody's for themselves, we play a 32, that's 2s and 3s. Should be 2s and 3s. I don't know. Traditional, like, I'm not a traditionalist at all. But that's just such a thing that's engraved in basketball culture that, I mean, I've played pickup where there were no, like, we had a 3-point line, but there were no 2s at all. It's like we're running the 1s to 7, no matter what. You get 7 baskets.
I prefer that to 1s and 2s.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
You've been thinking about retirement?
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. Getting older, can't move that quick anymore. Time's definitely running out.
You think the reason is for your poor performance lately?
Just don't have it in me anymore. Not as young and quick as I used to be. Can't keep up with these youngins, man.
Everybody want to do the mustache goatee combo to a shot of do maintenance for it.
If you don't believe in God, you're an idiot. If you don't humble yourself to the most powerful being that created the universe, you're an idiot. You know why you're an idiot? Because you're finding difficulty in accepting the fact that there's an all-powerful God who is forgiving you so much. He's so patient that the very first two humans he created were disobedient, and he cursed the entire human race for the rest of the time. That's patience. That's top of the line patience. A God so good, he loves you so fucking much that he will burn you forever for finite crimes. And I'm not talking about burning you forever for being a serial killer or something else dubious like that. I'm talking about he will burn you forever for simply not believing in him, for not liking him. It sounds like an ego issue to me. In fact, the serial killer, the child essayer, the person who is truly harming human beings and the well-being of others, he'll let them in to his kingdom that's protected by a gate and some powerful angel that has a list. He has a book. Anyway, he'll let them in if they like him. Because really, he just wants to be liked. He is the perfect example of an egomaniac who is so fragile and wants to be liked so bad that he will torture you if you don't like him. He is all loving. He is patient. He is kind. There's a scripture that says something about that, so it's got to be true. I mean, for you to not believe in God, knowing that he loves you enough to torture you forever, he loves you enough to impregnate a teenage girl with himself, but not himself because it's his son, so that that teenage boy can live a life as a child and adult and do almost nothing of significance for 30 years of his life, to go into ministry for about 30 years, 3 years, 30 would make more sense, right? In one little tiny small country of earth.
scream as loud as you could for $20?
Yeah, yeah.
It's gotta be like loud as hell though.
I'm talking about loud as hell, man.
All right, let's get it. Appreciate it. Hey, do it, do it. Just scream as loud as you can for $20. Yeah. I got $20 on here. Right here. So what? Thanks. Would you scream at the top of your lungs if I offered you $20? You want it?
I want to see the $20.
$20. It's got to be loud, like as loud as you can. Oh my god! Either of you scream as loud as you could for $20 right now? Sure. Really? It's got to be like as loud as possible. Yeah. I got the 20 right here for you. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yep. Have a good one. Would you scream as loud as you could for $50?
You non-white people in this country can't seem to wrap your heads around the fact that white people in this country are grieving. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you the 5 stages of grief that white people in America have been going through since Obama was elected. The first stage is denial. And this happened right when Obama was first elected into office. We can't be racist. We elected a black man to serve as our president, even though I voted for the other guy. Twice. The second stage is anger. Holy shit, a black guy won again. Oh no. The third stage.
Why do so many religious people think atheists believe everything came from nothing, right? I've never in my life seen a single atheist say that they believe that everything came from nothing. Like, it's crazy. I haven't seen a single atheist think that, right? But some people believe that. So you have to believe that most if not all of us believe the universe came from nothing, right? And in what world did God believe in God? We didn't believe that the universe came from nothing, right? How, in what world did not believing in a God mean that you believe that there was nothing and nothing created something, right? How are those the same? Now, if you ask me where do I believe the universe came from, I'll say I don't know. If it came from anything at all, it could be eternal. There's a chance that the universe just always existed and didn't come from anything. And I've also never seen a genuinely good argument against the eternal universe. Every argument that I've seen against it just makes a bunch of assumptions or just completely misrepresent the science behind the Big Bang and the universe itself. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm black, so I hate this. So sugar spray? Zero. Yeah. Just because you like them, I want it. You got it. You have a good one. Yeah. Say it again. Is it yours? Yes. You can buy it, yes, sir. Sorry. Put it back. Huh? Put it back on that car. You should go get another one. No, you go get it. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where it's at. You don't know. I just know my face. I'll show you. Sorry, don't you take anything off my car. Don't you touch anything I got. Yes, don't you like me from the necklace off your neck. It's exactly yours. That's different, bro. That's not different. You bet your ass you just hurt me by touching me. Can you take me with you? Can you read the sign? It says I don't know how to read. Damn, bro. That's what I said. Thank you, sir. You're such a good guy. You smell like beans. You smell like shit. Oh, shit. That was a good one. You smell like shit when you roll in it? No. I know I'm going to smell like shit because I'm black. No. It has nothing to do with color. It has nothing to do with it. I don't care what color you are. You don't touch anybody's stuff. You're right. Right? You just came along to the soda. Why are you lying? You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm black, so. Yeah, you're black. I hate that. Oh. How's that? Set that on you. Done? I'm letting you know, if you've never been to a funeral where they have an open casket, I'm just forewarning you, you're just going to be staring at a dead fucking body. I think it's less emotional in my mind than other people perceive it. I think a lot of people break down. I broke down when I looked at, it was a piece of paper. It was pictures of him, and then it was a piece of paper. I saw that video of that woman that climbed Mount Everest, and she got to the peak, and she took a video, and she said, my sister didn't make it up here with me. She died hiking up the mountain, but it's so worth it. What?
We're on the way down from the summit of Everest. The rope is clipped in. Everyone is moving steady. The view on this ridge is unreal. We're on the way down from the summit.
My sister died, but it was worth it. The view was worth your sister dying?
You saw that video of that woman that climbed Mount Everest and she got to the peak and she took a picture.
We need to talk about that.
Where are you getting the term from? Is that a teen term? And the teenager saying season 6776.
As soon as I can leave America, I'm gone for good because why did I meet somebody from Germany through TikTok? And we're best friends. We talk every single day now. And they're living a whole different lifestyle than we are. So 20 miles, they really care about the citizens. You get free healthcare, free education. You get 4 weeks of paid vacation, no matter what kind of job you work. You can be a gas station worker. You can be somebody picking up trash in the streets. It doesn't matter. You get 4 weeks of paid vacation across the board standard. Public transportation is really affordable and accessible. My friend, he takes a train from his house to his job every single day, and he pays $5 a month for that. That does not exist over here at all. He does have a car, but he's only 17, so he can't drive until he's 18. But he does pay for car insurance because he has a permit. And for full coverage, I pay $500 a month for reference. Before I crashed my car, I was paying like $350, and I didn't have tickets or anything. Like I had a clean record, and I was paying $350 for full coverage every single month. He has a full coverage insurance over there. He pays $100 a year. 17 years old, he's a boy. $100 a year. Basic necessities over there like shampoo, toothpaste, toothbrush, soap, things like that, less than $1. Pharmaceutical drugs are really cheap because they don't care about, profiting off of sick people. They actually want you to be healthy, alive, and well. That does not exist over here. There are so many more things, and of course they have bad weather and they do have high taxes, but I would rather pay for high taxes and have shitty weather than be a broke-ass bitch with good weather because I'm literally living paycheck to paycheck over here. And I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I work too fucking hard to barely have anything. And I'm tired of it, honestly. And if you're from Germany and there's some things that I'm like unaware of or I'm naive about, like please bring that to my attention because I don't live there. I don't know what goes down. And I would like to know the good and the bad. But
In the city, in the looking Johnny gone. In the fucking of the song. It's
I'm not sold on the patch and in 2K3. Now, it also did say they added bug steals, and I have gotten more bug steals, but that was not. And I know it's different in Pro Am and Park. Pro Am in my park, I think damn dribbles, yeah, it's way different, But for me, I haven't really noticed myself get a lot of bugs, and I haven't noticed myself give up on my bugs, right? But I don't really spam the right stick a ton, so I wonder if it has anything to do with that or not. But that's not, I mean, it's something that was added into the game. It needs to be added into the game. It is slightly better in my team specific, which is not overpowered. That is something that was a slight adjustment that needed to be adjusted in this game. I'll give you credit for that. That needed to be added in this game. But I think the important part, which including myself, is they made defense slightly better. And they made offense way worse. So it's not just a one adjustment thing. It's multiple things, right? They added bug steals and made things work. So if you are already, let's say sometimes not able to score, now it gets really tough because you're gonna have to adapt your game completely entirely, and it's going to be tough. Couple of things that I was just mentioning, right? Dunking the ball in this game is overpowered right now. It's definitely the best shot, kind of offense. It is way easier to not have to step up on screen. Heck, my settings, before were tight, because I didn't want people to fade and get a bunch of points off of fading. Now you can probably run, honestly, I'm just running it out. You can probably run moderate, go under, and get away with it versus most of your opponents. Because again, it is hard to shoot the ball, and the average opponent is not going to be able to get there behind the 3-point line and knock down the three. So changing what your defensive settings should be as well. I might drop a video on my new settings with that. I would say this. You are basically right now on this game going to be playing a brand new game, right? If you play 2K, if you play MyTeam, you are basically right now playing a different game than you played for the first, month and a half? And that's okay. It's that. You are thinking about how the hell it before. That itself is mindset. Take the stick versus the square. They've been hyped up the stick for the last year and a half. They've been making people learn and now all of a sudden they're saying, yeah, let's just switch. Like I said, I prefer to come to the show at mine. That way that will be the show that can never really get used to skill gap. There was skill gap. Because, like, when you have a PCI involved and trying to fit and realize it's like it's got a lot involved. It's trying to, right? It's hard to do. That's what 2K basically did, is they're taking the skill gap away because people are complaining. I don't like that. I don't like that. And yeah, it's easy to knock down face. I'm not saying it's harder. I'm not saying it's more. I'm not saying what I am saying is, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of just making it completely different? Again, if you want to nerf phase, that's fine. Nerf phase. Don't nerf rhythm shooting just because people are complaining about it. Rhythm shooting should be better, right? And in my case, it's harder in my opinion because everything is completely different. Like Scotty's rhythm is way different than Jason Kidd's. I don't like how people play and they're now getting rewarded for using square volume. I don't like that. That's something that's
Ready, man?
putting up vocal cards was like, and then thinking, okay, with that being, what does that mean? First, we got right, going to your industry. Now I want to start at shooter because this matters a lot because Chris Bosh is 6'11", and guess what? He's going to knock down his distance jump shot. You're probably going to like Chris Bosh. Whereas the distance jump shot is not great, you're not going to like Chris Bosh that much. So, what am I seeing from his jump shot? I mean, it's fine. I'm not going to sit here and hate on this jump shot. It's obviously fine. It's one of the better Bosh jump shots that we have honestly seen in recent years. So I can't really sit up here and hate on Bosh's jump shot that much. But I will say this. I don't think it's nearly as good as a guy like Jackson. And so, again, am I trying to compare him to Sigma? I don't know. But that's just one thing I'm noticing. Like, Jack Sigma's release walks circles in our comments. Now, with that being said, Bosch's jump shot is better than some of the other people's that we've seen. So, that's just what you got to realize. Like, we've seen worse jump shots than Bosch. We've definitely seen better jump shots than Bosch. As far as the fade, looks like the normal fade, obviously going left. Going right, you can't shoot it with the button. Obviously, you probably should shoot the old with the button. Honestly, at this stage, because you get attached, stick fades and fades from three. So fades aren't nearly as important. The guys shoot jump shots. Doesn't seem to be anything too crazy. Player builds look fine. I can't really hate on his player build at all. He plays power forward, does do some things. But I want to talk about something that's a little more, which is the fact that right now we've already got a Galaxy of Chris Bosh in the game, and we've already got a Diamond Chris Bosh. So we kind of know what the Pink Diamond Chris Bosh is going to be like. Because all you got to do is use your brain, right? It's okay. If the Diamond Chris
That's all you can do is use your brain.
and if the Galaxy of Chris Bosh looks like that, well, Pink Diamond Chris Bosh is probably going to be somewhere in between. So let's take a look. The Diamond Chris Bosh is where I want to start. This is obviously not a great card. Diamond Chris Bosh, 83 free ball. Can't really handle the ball at all. 57 steals, 78 blocks. Not great driving guns. Not great perimeters. Speed agility is not great. Badge-wise, 21 base badges, 5 on Hall of Fame. Does have the Hall of Fame rebound case, which is nice. But he's just, here when you look at things, there's just nothing great. Like, if I got this Wild Gems Chris Bosh, would he play? No. This card would probably be C tier as far as diamonds in the game right now. Just not a great card, right? And compare him to Diamond Jack Sigma. Because I want you guys to see between the Diamond Jack Sigma and the Pink Diamond Jack Sigma, which is basically the same thing as the Chris Bosh situation,
Basically, I'm not saying they're going to be the exact same range, but it's basically the same situation. The only thing the Big Diamond Jack 6 was a +3 3 balls, +2 speed, +10 driving laps, and defensive consistency. Everything else was nearly identical, nearly the same, right? Think about that in the Chris Bosh defense. If Chris Bosh barely gets better, it's going to be a long season. Because Chris Bosh is your level 40 reward. Remember, he is the Klay Thompson of this upcoming season. The main MyTeam grind this season is going to be for Chris Bosh. Now, with that being said, we also got the Galaxy Bosh in the game. And so, could he look like the Galaxy Bosh? Could he be closer to the Galaxy Bosh than the Diamond Bosh? Yeah. And if that's the case, I'm a little more optimistic. And then you're looking at it at 93, and then you're looking at it decent skating done, a way better driving done. Then you're looking at a card with an 86 speed ball, a ball handle that you can work with, right? A guy that can handle the ball a little bit more, 88 speed, 87 agility, good rebounding. Everything else is better. Still though, 57 steals and a 78 block. Is that getting the job done? A 57 steal rating? I just don't know if that's truly getting the job done on this game. And say, oh man, is that what you want? Like, is that getting the job done? Y'all tell me. Because that's the stats on the Galaxy Opal card, which literally nobody has. The card does not exist yet. Like, he exists in the game, so you know what his stats look like. But he's not out yet. He's not attainable yet. So at least we didn't. If we take the balance of both these cards, and this Chris Bosh badge-wise isn't, if we take the middle ground of these two cards, you're looking at Chris Bosh with what? 87 3 ball. Really good. I'm not going to hate on the 87 3 ball ever, because you're going to be able to agree with that. Although the 3 ball is not as important, the midi speed too. Speed, you're looking at 84, agility, 84-ish, pretty solid. Vertical, 82-ish, 83-ish, okay. Strength, upper 80s, that's fine. Here's the thing for me. You're looking at driving young being an 80. Not ideal. Let's get at 85. That's fine. Right? I'm not going to hate on the city at 85. That's fine. Defense was ooh, 90 interior. 80 some perimeter. 80 perimeter. Steel blocks not good. Right? And so that's the big thing. I'll say it red flags because you're going to be looking at a Chris Bosh that I don't even know if defensively is going to be better than Jack. And that pains me to say because I like Jack Sigma. I think Jack Sigma is great. Defensively leaves a lot desired, and you're going to be looking at Chris Bosh handling the ball. Probably is not going to get 86 speed with ball. He's probably not. He might, but he's probably not. Badge-wise, you're going to be looking at Bosh that has a decent amount of badges, right? Like total badges. But are most of those badges going to, be on Hall of Fame? No, you're going to be looking at a 9 Hall of Famer Chris Bosh. I just have a really hard time believing that Chris Bosh is going to be any better than Jack Sigma. And I know Jack Sigma was a mode completion card. He was not a level 40 card. But that's my big comparison here because if Chris Bosh is not better than Jack Sigma, then what's the point of me grinding for Chris Bosh next year? Right? Like, I've already got Jack Sigma and, a bunch of other guys. And yeah, I'm biased, but what if somebody even has, I'm trying to think of somebody who's in here, but if somebody has a Jonathan Isaac or a Kwame Brown at the four, is Chris Bosh going to be better than this card? I don't think so. Again, you guys can say yes, but I don't think so. Is Chris Bosh going to be even better than a card like this? Right? Like, again, way different cards, but just think about it. You got a Larry Nance that's going to be great. I don't know. What I am going to say is this. If I'm 2K in this situation, I am making this Chris Bosh nearly identical to the Galaxy. Because Chris Bosh doesn't have the best. Chris Bosh is not going to be that great. But if you make him close to this, he's good. If you make him close to this, he's more than usable. For sure. And I know people are worried about the steal. I get it. But this is still a good card. Even if you only give him 9 out of favors, even if you move the speed down to like an 86, the 3 ball down to like an 89, something slightly down like that. But make him closer to the Galaxy up within the peak diamond. And maybe we'll get a level 40 card that I'm not gonna hype up, but that can do something. But if you make this Chris Bosh closer to this, I don't know what we're gonna have to play for this And if this is the Chris Bosh that we get, I don't even know if I'll buy the pro pack. Because my thing is this, and I'm gassing, I'll probably buy the pro pack, but my thing is this, what would be the purpose? This guy is not going to play if he looks like this. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. A card that looks like this absolutely does not play for me. Now again, for you guys out there, maybe just maybe he'll play for you. I don't know. Right? Depends what your squad looks. But he's not going to play over Jack Sigma for sure. And again, you got the Kwame Brown. I'm trying to think of other. Even if you've got, I'm just going to throw the name. Even if you've got a, let me think quickly. If you've got a Antonio McDyess, right? Different cards, but I'd argue Antonio McDyess is just as good. So all I gotta say is they better soup up this Pink Diamond Chris. We kind of know what he's gonna look like, and we know for certain that Chris Bosh is not gonna be as good as the Galaxy Open. That's what we know for certain. But he better be closer to the Galaxy Open than the Pink Diamond, because if he's not, it's gonna be tough. That release isn't anything crazy, right? The player looks fine. It's nothing crazy. He is 6'11", can play the 4. I mean, I gotta somewhat respect that, but against 2K, I don't know why you made Chris Bosh the ultimate level 40. I wouldn't have been high on my list personally. At the end of the day, I can somewhat respect it, but you've got to do your job. You've got to make the card good. You've got to make the card at least somewhat similar to what y'all made Jack Sigma last season. Because if you don't, it's just a big time letdown. Jack Sigma came out, over a month and a half ago from the time of his first available. We're over a month and a half, and it seems like we're going backwards on the game. Come on, 2K. Time to ramp some things up to the level 40 rule that is solid, is a star. It's a star. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying everything 2K has done has been perfect. But it's at least a start. It's at least a reason for people to go ahead and play. That's where I'm at with things. They gotta do it with Chris Bosh. If they don't, this could be a very, and hear me out, I'm not hating, but this could be a long if they don't do it with Chris. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'll like those videos. Subscribe if you already doing ads. I was doing it, guys. Step.
Okay, chat, I did. I played 2K26 for the first time in over a month. Right corner. Oh, he wide open. Why ain't you swinging it? Outside of playing my career and trying to set up a story, this is my first time touching the game online. And I'm going to be honest, it's pretty trash. Trying to blow your hot ass crap in the mic. Get a job, you worthless piece of shit. I'm sick and tired of you people, bro. Keep trying to mess up my eardrums, blowing into the microphone. What is wrong with this community? I see why I stopped playing. I see why I will be playing going further. I want to talk about the passion when it changed for me personally. I made a video with zero perimeter defense because I already knew perimeter defense had nothing to do with guarding nobody. Until now, y'all think me having zero perimeter defense is stopping me from moving and on the perimeter? Y'all think that's the reason I feel slow? Y'all think me having no perimeter defense on my field, is that what's stopping me from playing defense on the perimeter? Every time I press 2, it kicks into lateral quickness and now I can't move left to right. I used to have it where 70 agility was where you move around the court as fast as you are. Now, since I have zero perimeter defense, my lateral quickness kicks in when I hold L2. So now my character don't move anymore. So you need perimeter defense to guard people on the perimeter. There's common sense, but they never work like that. Until now. So I can't guard nobody with the build that I currently got, so I would need to make a new build if I actually cared about playing the game, but I don't. And I'm going to be honest, jump shooting is still not being affected by defense, so I don't even think you having perimeter defense is going to change any outcomes of games. Because every game I played, the other team made every single bucket they chose to take. Can't get stopped. I just want defense in a video game, and currently it feels like there is absolutely zero defense in the game. Jump
happen to right stick shooting, but I think they make. Window even smaller to make it. When I first turned the game on, I was green and everything, but after a while, I forgot how to play the game. Am I the only person, the more that I do something, the worse that I get? I figured jump in the game, shoot perfectly, but then I kept playing it longer and longer, my shot got worse and worse. I don't know how that happened to me. I don't know if any of y'all are like that, but that's just me. The more that I do something in repetition, the more I start to overthink it, and then I begin to struggle. I just need to get out there, get a couple shots up, and then stop shooting after that. I don't know why the more that I do something, the worse I get at it. But let me know how y'all feeling about this 2K26. Because I actually hate it. Okay, let's see how the game plays. Hopefully my teammates don't do nothing crazy and stupid. Let's just play a regular game of basketball and see what we can do. Wait, you shoot 50%? How are you shooting 50% from the field? The game isn't shooting. See, now I already lost. Why is that guy in the corner open? Why my guy open? Yo, I feel like I'm sliding. I'm so used to not playing multiplayer. I haven't played multiplayer in so long I'm sliding. Yikes. That's a big yikes. That pass. That's a big yikes out of us. That's a big yikes out of us. That boy shooting, ain't he, Jack? Your boy reads some Uter. So I'm confused how my teammates shoot 50 from the field if shooting is so stupid. Why am I leaving? I'm falling asleep. I don't know what I'm doing. So, Ben, he is fast. Wide open. Wait, shoot the ball. Shoot that. What's all that? I'm fast, baby. As long as I have to go LeBron. Right. What's all that? I'm fast, baby. As long as open. Wait, shoot the ball. Shoot that. What's all that? I'm fast, baby. As long
I'm not going to just say something. But, I mean, yeah, it's flat. Yeah, this is 1,000 years old. Evolution is a figure out. They found that.
It's in Pellegrino. Look how much juicy side
What's up, y'all? It's in this video today, we're going to be doing something I personally have never done. Well, I use ChatGPT, so I don't want to lie, but I've never done it since what I'm going to do with it today. Now, with this being said, I don't know how this video is going to go. This could go good, this could go bad, but I don't think it can go any worse than what my team is doing to our game. So, what am I going to do? Well, in this video, I'm going to be asking ChatGPT to make a season, to create a season 2 that lasts 6 weeks of MyTeam content, MyTeam rewards, to see if it looks better than what 2K's looks heading into season. Okay, we don't know what 2K's overall season is going to finish like, right? Like, we don't know. Maybe season 2 will have some good surprises, some good free content to grind for. I don't want to overly aim yet. Based off what we're seeing so far, it's not looking good. So we're going to do this together, okay? And I might have to expand on things. I might have to end up logging in to ask more questions. But I don't know, okay? So I'm just going to do this. Create a season in NBA 2K26 Mind, right? Like what we need. We need a season. I should say 6 week, right? 6 week, right? Season in NBA 2K26 Mind. And then I need that one that has pack content and grindable rewards. That includes flashback content and grindable rewards. And let's just see, right? Like, I just want to see what this comes up with, right? Like, what can, and I don't know.
The good stuff.
What can they do? And I might have to come up with more, but let's just see what ChatGPT says. Here's a fully fleshed out 6-week MyTeam season concept for NBA 2K26, blending pack content, grindable rewards, and schematic with weekly rewards, weekly goals to keep players engaged across various game modes. Yo! They said weekly goals to keep people engaged. Hello? Season structure. I mean, come on, man. Obviously, this gets crazy with the 98 overall. Like, obviously, I can't hate on that. But can you imagine what this looks like? Okay, so week 1, we see the rookie rewind. Something that we have not. We've seen, NBA draft content. We have not seen like a rookie rewind where you would get a LeBron, and you get a big diamond LeBron James that is a rookie card, that is an athletic freak, that has a 3-ball that's not quite as high. Now, obviously, we need to rewind, right, with what my team's done and not give out crazy overpowered cards to so young. But imagine if 2K did things like that. Instead of dropping big diamond Brown, rookie left badges, maybe not 99 stats instead of 89. You drop a rookie LeBron that has way more, athleticism in a little less of a 3-ball, right? That would be insane, guys. That would be insane if they made cards actually like that, right? Like that would be so cool if they would find a way to do that. Actually, theme cards like how good they were at a specific time in their career. So we got the rookie league rewind. You got the grindable reward would be 93 overall Dame Lillard. I mean, come on. I wouldn't necessarily love Damian Lillard as far as the grindable reward, but you look at it that way. Dame, if we got a diamond Dame to grind for, which isn't even crazy. Like if you start with the big diamond and you give us a 93 overall diamond Dame, people are not going to hate on that. People are not going to get mad at that. I mean, yeah, he's not as good as Brock. People aren't going to hate on that. Okay, that's week 1. And I can adjust this for these all to be like week 9. So let's just continue moving forward. Because obviously, again, I can really adjust this better than here. Okay, awesome. So week 2, we see Big Ben back. Big Ben back, right? So it's a Big Ben thing drop. We've already got Shaq, so obviously you got to think of it those. But you get a Shaq as a headliner, but then for like the no money spent players, you get an Alonzo Mourning that you can grind for. And again, you have to see different types of things, but you would give an Alonzo Mourning to combat Shaq, so that way if you didn't want to spend on Shaq, you could find a way to go grind for Alonzo Mourning to just get fired. Like that would be a fire. And again, it's a Big Ben battle. It's a concept that we ultimately have not seen. And again, you guys get to see exactly what this looks like, right? Like in the drop number 1, you get Braun, and then the sidekicks, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin. Now again, when 2K has done this, these cards would have to be better. Not even necessarily though, right? Because if you reset the whole tier, you don't have these high tier overall cards. Look at what they have in mind: a headliner, 2 sidekicks, 3 role players, and an Evo card. And they even bring back the token reward. I mean, are you serious, 2K? So you get a rookie De'Aaron Fox that you can Evo in this bronze drop as well? I mean, that's insane. And again, grindable rewards. So week 3 is example, okay? So week 3 we'll get to it. Sharpshooter showdown. So sharpshooter specific drop, you get Steph Curry, MVP Steph Curry. So the card art is player who look in game, gotta look like Steph Curry. And then the grindable rewards is pages. So for pages, it says for 133 pointers with guards, you get pages. Right? What is so bad about that? Honestly, 133 with pages. Page is not going to be as good as Steph. They could honestly not make Page that great. I've played against the big diamond Page in this game. He's not that crazy. But guess what? It would be a reason for people to load up and play this game. Right? It would be. Right? This was they got in mind for that. Obviously, they got the level 40 reward being a 98 overall Grant Hill with different things. But imagine if it was just a 96 overall Grant Hill. It would be good. And here's the big thing, right? token market updates every 2 weeks. Save the leftovers.
Same-sex marriage should be legal. Australia agrees. I don't give a shit. Same-sex marriage should be legal. Australia agrees. I don't give a shit. Same-sex marriage should be legal. Australia agrees. I don't give a shit.
Bro, I'm so unconfrontational, bro. Like, I walked into the gas station last night. Like, this nigga that I had the munchies, like, he was like, oh, yeah, you loaded, brother. You high, brother. And I was just like, yeah, brother, yeah. Like, I just put on the X, like, fuck it, bro. If I'm high, I'm high. Like, if I'm high for you, I'm high for you, brother. Like, ain't no point in me saying, nah, I'm not high. Like, that would have killed the whole, like, move. Like, that nigga laughing, giggling and shit. You got it. Yeah, brother, yeah. Like, that's what you gotta do. Like, I don't know, dog. Like, I ain't a real nigga, bro. Bro, I'm so unconfrontational, bro. Like, I walked into the gas station last night. Like, this nigga that I had the.
And again, imagine these being big diamonds, right? So every 2 weeks, you get to grind for Dennis Rodman, big diamond, for week 2. Or, week 2 you get him. Week 4 you get Dries and Petro. 2 cards that I don't think are great, but 2 cards that are going to keep you excited, right? Keep you excited in the token market. Right? And these are things that are just crazy. And obviously, this is Chat. These days were a couple of years ago. They still have limited. They still have limited. But let's still go through the streets, see the structure that go down. Why, with Paul George and the big dynasty, so that you have lockdown teams, specific drop, flashback foreigners, so you got, players from all over the world with Dirk and Manu, and then Legends finale with Kobe and Grant. Big, obviously the players this season. But that's fire. Like this is a fire concept because you got the pack drops, right? And obviously they can have the grindable rewards too. But you can have other stuff. So maybe on Tuesday, guys, is when they release the grindable cards, and then on Fridays is when they release the other things, right? Obviously Limited's not here before, but they also say weekly event / moments. Moments of the week cards. Here's the deal. The main reason I hated moments of the month is because I felt like there's no reason that it takes this long to get bonus cards. Why do we have to wait till the end of the month to get bonus cards? Moments of the week would be would be awesome, right? Including Evo Pass, daily login wheel, right? Weekend event. We already really got weekend thing in the report, but they could make a separate type of thing. It's, a collector room, which maybe if you collect 750 cards in this specific season, you get something else, right? If you Evo 5 cards, you unlock exclusive 95 overall Penny Hardaway. What? Imagine they drop Evos in, let's see, you got 6 weeks of content. Every week, you get an Evo pack card. That's cheap. If you Evo all 5 of them, and grind those Evos, you unlock a 95 overall Penny Hardaway. Can y'all imagine? Y'all imagine? Right? And imagine this Legends Reborn book, right? 10 game modes restore full squads of historic players. So this would be hard to do, right? And let's say at the end of it, you got this Pink Diamond Kobe. Well, I don't even think you have the right for, but Pink Diamond Kobe, if you didn't pull unsellable, right? It takes a lot of time. Let's say it would take you 15 to 24 hours to do it. It is difficult to do. But if you didn't pull it, you get it for free. Why is that so complicated? And I gotta be honest, I genuinely believe if 2K went to this model, and I'm not saying the tiers, right? Obviously, I wouldn't drop Galaxy, right? Stick to Big Diamond. But if 2K went to this model, the player base would increase. 100%. Player base would increase. You would see, more people playing the game. You would see more people opening up packs. Because you think people are still not opening LeBron, Shaq, Steph, Kawhi, Dirk, Kobe. You're crazy, right? You're seeing anomaly spend partners. You're seeing moments partners. You're seeing 2K actually put in the effort, even though it's chatting. You see 2K put in the effort to making the game rewarding. And it just to me, I don't know. I just feel like this would be so exciting compared to what we have seen in the past. Hopefully, this graphic that I asked for ends up being good. Now that we're gonna log into chat, which is just not gonna happen. But it looks good. It looks fun, and it just looks rewarding, right? Like I'm not saying it has to be anything crazy, but this looks way better. And all that's really added is a grindable, rewarding tweet, right? That's all that's really added here. Obviously, yes, I shouldn't say it's all that added because if you complete Evo every week, if you're a reason to play the game, you get penny hardware, right? If you collect a certain amount of cards during the season, this is where 2K could make their money. If you collect a certain amount of cards in the season, you can get a special collector level reward. Instead of just collector level throughout the whole year, to break it down into the seasons, they can make their bread, they can make their money. There's just so many different things that 2K can do, and they wouldn't even have to take all of these things, right? They wouldn't. But my thing is this. Why in the world can I Google or use ChatGPT and have them build a better seed than my team? That's what I want to do. They're $1 billion. $1 billion. They've got people that work for them that have crazy education, and I am a college dropout. There is no way we should be getting a game mode that looks like it does. There's no way. It's what we've got. So, it is what it is. I'm just saying, one simple chat GPT. Again, some of these overalls are messed up. Gave me a way better map to what 2K has ever given us. So, I don't know what this is really going to entail in season 2. But this honestly makes me sad. It makes me sad. Because this is what we could get. This isn't even everything. There's some great ideas in here. It's 2K discussion here. You know, drop a like on the subscribe if you are doing that. I was in the guys. What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be doing a gameplay with this new patch. Our first time using or playing with this new patch in NBA 2K 26 minds. Now, here's the deal, right? New patches in the game, obviously, for me, it's going to change the way I play defense. It's going to change the way the game is played. And I just don't know how much I'm going to like it. But I have a video talking about the adjustments made in the patch. This is going to be our first video, gameplay-wise, with this new patch, what this ultimately does look like. Now, again, for me, I know I'm going to have to change the way that I play in a big-time way. And I'm okay with that, right? Like, I'm okay changing the way I play. Again, it's just to cater towards what 2K is wanting. But it's definitely going to be an adjustment in a big-time way. And I think a lot of it is rim running. Like, I'm going to have to rim run on this game more than I ever have. Yo, why does Mazelis look so different? Yo, they changed the appearance to Mazelis. I don't know if I like it, bro. Like, I feel like he used to have a bigger player. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like he used to have a bigger player. But show me. I mean, are you trading with Jason Kidd, in the corner? Those are the things that I may not even have to be guarding against anymore. It's the Jason Kidd fade, which is crazy because I love Jason Kidd as much as anybody on this game. But again, am I worried about his fading anymore? I don't know. Somebody's going to have to show me, I guess. Oh, y'all just got to stop giving up rim runs. That's my thing. Like, just stop giving up rim runs and y'all will be fun. Just don't get bumped. That's my big thing. Do not get bumped.
And she's like, he was like, oh yeah, you loaded, brother. You high, brother. And I was just like, yeah, brother. Yeah. Like, I just put on the X, like, fuck it, bro. If I'm high, I'm high.
So I was watching a 2K video where this guy put into ChatGPT recommendations to make a season 2 for MyTeam layout full of like reward cards and some season levels and just what you think would be a good idea. Can you do that for me as well?
Absolutely, that sounds like a fun idea. We could definitely brainstorm some cool reward cards and season levels for my team. If you have any specific themes or ideas in mind, let me know and I can tailor it to that.
Well, when he did it, ChatGPT was given, or you are ChatGPT, you were given cards that were already released in different sets and cards that they don't have the rights to anymore, and you were using old modes. So I'm gonna tell you the new updated modes and like players they don't have rights to anymore, so you can know.
Got it. That makes total sense. Thanks for the heads up. Just let me know the updated modes, the players they no longer have rights to, and any other details you want included, and I can make it nice and fresh and running.
Okay, so for the featured modes, they have Showdown, which replaced Unlimited. It's the 5-on-5 ranked mode with different tiers you can rank up in if you win or lose. They have Breakout with multiple game types, adjustable difficulty, single player. It's Breakout full of triple threat games, clutch time games, and full lineup games. Triple Threat Park is where you use 3 of your own players, and you can use 3 of your own players against someone else using 3 of their players, or you can use 1 of your players and 2 other people use a player on your team, and you play 3 other people that are using their own players separately. So there's a co-op version and like a single player version, and they also have a twos version of the park, but that's not a co-op. I mean that's only co-op. It's not you can't play twos by yourself pretty much is what I'm saying. And they have All-Star Team Up. They brought that back for my team specifically where you can use 1 of your players and All-Star Team Up with 4 other people on your team and 5 on the other team. They brought back Salary Cap is still here. Domination is still here. And then they have these are the sets they already had this season, and I'll tell you the headline players so you don't reuse any players for your ideas. So for season 1, they had 3 reward pink diamonds you could get for Jason Kidd, Jack Sigma, and Glenn Rice. They're called season 1 rewards, and you had to complete a mode to get the cards. So you either had to get 75 wins in Showdown, 350 in Triple Threat Park, or 70 or 100 in All-Star Team Up. I mean, or you could play offline Breakout, win 250 games of Clutch Time and 250 games of Triple Threat offline, or you could win 150 games of Salary Cap. So, and then there's also
This is awesome. Thanks for the detailed rundown. I love the variety like modes and
well,
the way the rewards.
give me 1 second. I'm still not done. So that's how you get one of those 3 cards. And for the level 40, they had a Klay Thompson. For the first domination reward, they had Pascal Siakam, a diamond 94 overall for the WNBA version. And for the first year they had a WNBA version who was Satu Sabali, 94 overall. And those Jason Kidd, Jack Sigma, and Glenn Rice, those were pink diamond overalls. So make the reward cards for this mock season, or whatever you want to call it, make them a 96 as well. So for the first pack released, when 2K came out, they were called the Game On packs. It was 96 Kawhi Leonard, 96 John Morant, and 96 Candace Parker. And for the second packs, they had 96 Jimmy Butler, 96 Giannis Antetokounmpo, and 96 Paige Buckers. That was called a rival. And for the third packs, they were called Limitless with 96 Anthony Edwards, 96 Cameron Brink, and 96 Stephen Curry. For old school, for the fourth packs were called Old School, 96 Swin Cash, 96 Kyrie Irving, and 96 Shaquille O'Neal. And for the fifth packs, they were 96 Becky Hammond, 96 Carmelo Anthony, 96 Anthony Davis. Those were called Heat Check. The next one was Dunktober for 96 Dwight Howard, 96 Derrick Rose, and 96 Brittany Griner. And then the last packs of the season 1 was called Green Machine with 96 Jonquel Jones, 96 Julius Irving, and 96 Jason Tatum.
This is fantastic info. Thanks for sharing all of that. With these details, I can definitely come up with a fresh lineup of reward cards for the new season and keep everything up to date and exciting. I'll put together a nice mock-up for you.
Are you going to do it now?
Checking, savings, and credit cards seamlessly in one place. The U.S. Bank's Smartly Sweep is key to growing your money.
Step inside the world of flavors. Amazing value. Grand doubles for up to 50. What's up, yo? Pero, to create a season 2, you guys was heading in season in NBA 2K26 months, right? Like what we need in a season. I should say 6 week, right? 6 week, right? Season in NBA 2K26 months, and then I need that one that has pack content and grindable rewards that includes pack content and grindable rewards. And let's just see, right? Like.
Create a season 2. Create a 6-week season 2 in NBA 2K26 MyTeam that includes pack content and grindable rewards. So, no, you did it wrong. The highest overall, it has to be a 96 overall. That's the way they're doing the power curve this year. You can't be using 98s. I thought I told you that. So do it with 96s. Instead, there could be some 96 overalls, reward cards, 94 diamonds, and like 91 amethysts. Okay, and so how they were doing it is there's 3 96s per pack. 2 are NBA and 1 is WNBA. So use that same format. And then there's like non-headliner cards as well. Like there's just like 8 cards. There's like 2 94 diamonds and then like 5 91 amethysts. So do that for the headline cards. God. Get the fuck out of here.
Flare is the world's only AI-first platform for financial institutions and digital agencies built for turning mission-critical enterprises into AI-first institutions. For more information, visit the Flare.ai. To the world's best certification, we are going to be trying out a brand new card here on Flare. I just looked up this last night for about 1.5 million T and currently selling the other end of the data. It was not supposed to constructs or a bunch of stuff like that. Probably gonna sell for like $1 million on that, but at the same time, I picked up this really good Asian card. I'm very excited to see what this card can do. I'm not 100% sure that I actually like AD more than World 3, which is interesting, and I may be gradually here soon as well. So AD is still kind of probably looking at potential, especially if I can do that badge feels free. But this card is a really sweet, and got him to do a bunch of extra really good badge. Fully badged the card exactly how I would want it. With no badge spots, I can now actually badge them. So no badge, for example, in winter, you're not going to go ahead. I'm not exactly sure. I'd be watching it, for example. The close range is second. I got to figure out what the other badges that I've had on this card were. But, as y'all can see, I mean, you have Legend Set Shot Specialist, Versatile Missionary, is a badge I would be changing. Even though it's on Legend, I would be in all likelihood, I may take up a second badge as well. Sure. But, let's go further. Legend Set Shot Specialist. And Legend Lightning Watch. In addition to Legend Football, Interceptor, Hot Line, This card is very, very good. Very, very good. And with just a little bit of rework on these badges, I think he's one of the very top players in the game. I really like the JD card. I haven't used him a ton, though, on this fight. I think he's a really, really good option. I don't want to hop into the game and showcase him today. See if he is worth a starting spot on the squad. And put a match of 80.
You just fucking contest through the fucking body?
He's a little better now than he was in the match, but I still just think G-Kid's not the best anymore. Like, Ron is a beast on the side of this. Would be super good. I like the way the squad is looking. Obviously, they're upgraded over here in the last couple of weeks. Definitely going to have to keep it. But the team is coming together. Team is looking good. I'm excited to see what's going to do. Yeah, without further ado, let's hop into the game. Let's try out this Anthony Davis card and let's see what AP is made of. Obviously, I mean, he's a man. I want to see this card move. Let's hop into it. All right, hopping into this game. Let's see what AP can do. Our coach, to be completely honest, does not have an unbelievable team. He's got John Isaac and nice. Also has King Pride kind of snakes. Play Tompkins good. That also not great. So, kind of a big squad, to be totally honest, and a team that I think we're going to be able to take advantage of. It did have 73 wins, but still, I'm not super impressed. Now, 73 wins, you know what? I might even get this kind of win. By the end of this game, or towards the end of this game, because that makes you 2 wins away from 75 on the season. This is the last day of the season. It's probably just 75 wins. You know what? I'm going to give this guy the win. We're going to hop into another game, because I'm worried if I play this game, this guy's going to quit. So I'm going to get one bucket with AD here, and then I'm going to give this guy the win, because he's at 73 wins. And I think with that many wins, I mean, you're 2 games away on the last day of the season from your own completion. So you know what? You can have it. We're going to hop into a different game. We're going to play somebody else. I'm going to do this guy a favor, because I think he's probably trying to get his last 2 wins. So we're going to give him a win, and we're going to hop into another game and see what he can.
You said it 3 times. We get it. You're a nice, God-fearing man. Give him the fucking win and shut the fuck up about it. Want me to lick your fucking ass?
In past years, I feel like he's always one of those guys who can kind of put the ball on the floor. This year, he is not that. So you got to know your limitations at the end of the day. The bat is a great finish right there over Jason King. Gets a favorite motivation. Gets to the rim and finishes Hopkins with finishes Hopkins at the shell. We get ourselves on the board. Love it. Good defense. Play this. That's not open. Okay, that is open. I lied. Good bucket, I guess. Let's get the ball right here. We're going to go right to an AP with Dr. J. Probably one of the most dangerous pick and rolls in the game. We expect the ball to AD here. And actually, you know what? I don't know why he has AD to Wilson on the court, but that is going to create mismatches on his defensive strategy. He literally left the wide open. If you do this again, you know what? I'll just take the thing off the line. I don't know what this guy's defensive strategy is, but it doesn't look effective. Either way, we get ourselves a bucket there at 80 with the points. Got a bucket on the first possession. Hopefully, we can get a lot more. That was a little fluky, but I'm not complaining. I'll take the out of bounds. I will say that last game, giving that guy a win, I think we should do well. That kind of stuff in the grass. Help people out. Be nice to them. I think it's cool. I just turned the ball and got immediately back, which is nice. But I like that guy. I bet he's probably stressed. You know, he's trying to get his last 2 wins here before the end of the season, so he can help somebody out. Do a favor like that. Downhill drive, Ron Harper, easy standing done. I low-key might have had AD on the top, but it's fine. No need to get overly aggressive. Oh my goodness, Ron Harper, what a play. Anthony Davis, Green Bean, from 3. Remember, he's got legend set shot specialist now. So this card is going to be unbelievably not done. He gets chased down. That's fine. You know what? It's not a big deal. From 3. Remember, on the top, but it's fine. No need to get overly aggressive. Oh my goodness, Ron Harper, what a play. Catch and shoot, Anthony Davis, Green Bean, from 3. Remember, he's got legend set shot specialist now. So this card is going to be unbelievably not done. He gets chased down. Exactly, my bad. But that's fine. You know what? It's not a big deal. We're going to keep the goals up here. They changed the way lobs work on lower difficulties on lines bounce just next again. Oh my god. What's the post does? It doesn't mean favors, though. It makes that easy. They changed the way lobs work on lower difficulties on lines bounce just next again. Oh my gosh. Arnold's legend poster does me favors there, makes that easier to work. That was ridiculous animation. I'm sorry, Ada. That's not fair, man. Like, I didn't want to see you do. Goodness gracious, Bravo. I think you come on for this one. If you again, that was pretty good. You look close back. I wanted it kind of something different. I don't do a lot of close shots or anything like that, but sometimes you got. I mean, AD in real life, that was it. That was it. That and it still is. But especially like in New Orleans, that was throwing into AD in the post and score 40 a night. I mean, he was special in New Orleans. That, come on, that's a little better defense. Either way, I wanted to get to the post a little bit this season. Like AD, show it out so far. Show some of the athleticism, show the streaks, and some of the defense that might be a hustle. Can you slip, AD? It took him forever. Okay, try it.
When I decided to get a master's degree, I heard it all. It's too expensive, too time-consuming. But then I found WGU. Their online courses are flexible, and the tuition is budget-friendly. Plus, transferring credits from my previous college was a breeze. And the skills I'm learning in my WGU master's program, it's already making waves at work. It's helping me take that next big step in my career. And the best part is, I didn't have to break the bank.
Yeah, and then we have your students down here.
Taught me what I know.
Am I like vaguely gesturing out the right structure? Is this?
Hey, it's going.
What's up, how you doing, brother? How's everything?
Doing well. How old are you?
I am 27 years old, brother. How about you? How old are you?
I'm 24. What religion are you?
So, I wouldn't say I particularly identify with a religion. I identify as a follower of Christ, right? The one true God. So, awesome. So I have a couple questions for you, right? So you're 24 years of age. Are you traditionally educated via the school system? How are you educated on this?
On God?
In general.
Lots of different ways. College, high school, etc.
Okay, so
I read books on like philosophy of religion. We'll watch YouTube videos. I watch Majesty of Reason on YouTube, which is basically like getting a PhD. Yeah, lots of different ways.
Majesty of Reason.
Okay, so your education and your knowledge comes from the world, right? From the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your education and knowledge comes from the world. Have you solely held this perspective your entire life?
No, I used to be a Christian, but I don't really think that that's relevant.
Well, that is extremely relevant because now that's actually good to know. So you were a Christian. When did you fall out of that?
Well, this is just the best you could ever do with an argument that relates to my personal experience would be like an argument ad hominem, which is why it's not relevant. There's no argument that you could make from my personal experience that wouldn't be a fallacy. Which is why
you
it's
have to
not
understand
relevant.
that everything has a basis. There's a reason why you're here, and I need to understand the reason why you're here in order to form a perfect argument, in order to stage you clarity. I need to understand your basis. I can't just come in here asking random questions without understanding who you are. So it absolutely does pertain.
No, I don't think it does. I think that you could just give an argument. You could say, like, this proves God exists, If, this fact about the world is
what you're doing is
what we would expect.
You're not
God
even allowing
existed, but it's not what we would expect.
Sir, you're not allowing
Didn't exist.
information on you to actually give you an argument.
It's not relevant. You could have my entire biography. It wouldn't make any argument better or worse.
Ian, this is what you don't understand and you're blocking out right now. That makes complete nonsense. What you just said does not make sense. To understand how to even get you to clarity, I have to understand who you are.
I don't think that's true. I think logic is universal. I think it's objective. I don't think it depends on the individual or the circumstance. I think that a logical argument is logical, no matter who's the one giving it or who's the one receiving it.
Understood. Okay. So I think it is illogical for God to not exist because the universe had a starting point, correct?
I don't agree with that, Lord. I think that.
So in your opinion, the universe did not have a starting point and it was always here.
Yes.
But isn't the scientific point of view that the starting point was the Big Bang?
No.
So what is it?
The science doesn't indicate one way or another, but there's models of the universe always existing that are well supported by the evidence. A recent survey of physicists, though, about the Big Bang, said that it says nothing about the beginning of the universe.
Ian, logic states we were all taught the same thing in school about the Big Bang, bro. Same thing.
Yeah,
Are we
it was,
not?
yeah,
Right.
it was false. It was an oversimplification. Yeah.
It was an oversimplification based off of where? Where did you get this from?
Based off of all the PhD physicists and PhD physics candidates that I talked to about this issue, based on
And what
the
about
survey of physicists where 70% of them say that it's not the start of the universe. It's just a majority opinion. You know, at one point, I think it was widely believed that it was the start of the universe. At this point, that's no longer the majority opinion. Unfortunately, what we learn in school is usually a couple years behind the actual science as it progresses.
And you think the school being a couple years behind erases the hundreds of the thousands of years? Is that what you're saying?
We haven't had the Big Bang for thousands of years. This was developed in like the 1930s.
Okay, understood. Okay, so what is your explanation for the logic behind the fine-tuning of the universe? Why? How do you believe that is?
I think that the fine-tuning of the universe, okay, let's be clear. What specifically do you find finely tuned?
What do I find finely tuned? Gravity, electromagnetism, magnetism.
Magnetism, dumb fuck.
I mean, that's kind of, you even asking that question doesn't really make logical sense because you can just Google that this entire earth is fine tuned. Everything's out.
That's for sure the wrong fine-tuning argument. That's why I asked, because there's like some good data related to fine-tuning, but it's not bad, you know. The Earth could easily be stronger in gravity, because it would be stronger in gravity if there was just like more atoms at the center of the Earth. So
If there was?
Yeah. Well, that's what the fine-tuning argument is. It's if it would be different, then there would be no life. That's just not true in terms of like the Earth's gravity.
Okay, understood. So, okay, now what is your explanation for DNA being coded information?
Okay, self-intelligence. Depends what we mean by information. If what we mean by information is just like some function whereby one thing leads systematically to like another thing, then I think this is the type of thing that could evolve or come about via laws of physics, that this can happen just through like natural processes. But if what you mean by information is like something that's like meaningful, then I would reject that that's what our DNA is.
Okay, and again, you're saying it's pivots, but I'm simply stating points. So if you do want me to not pivot and just simply state, okay, logical reasoning as to why God must exist, right? So can you just give me your foundational basis as to why you believe that?
Yeah. If there was a button in front of you, pushing that button makes all cancer disappear forever, would pushing that button be the objectively right thing to do?
Would pushing that button be the objectively correct thing to do?
Yeah.
To eradicate cancer?
Yeah.
I think morally, I would love for cancer not to be here. So yes.
Okay, sure. This thought that pushing that button is the objectively right thing to do?
Ooh, so here's, again, I can't speak for God, neither can you, one, right? Okay, but this is, again, I understand what you said. I am not God. The fact, okay, so you asking this question implies that you being fooled, which you don't. You don't?
Yes, no question.
Okay, so ask me that question one time.
Yeah. There's a button in front of you, or in this case, in front of God.
Oh, I said yes. For me,
Yeah. There's a button in front of God. Pushing that button cures all cancer forever. Would pushing that button be the objectively right thing to do?
Yeah, I said yes.
Okay. Has God pushed that button?
No. And are you saying because there's cancer that God doesn't exist?
Yeah, if the objectively right thing to do is to cure cancer, if you have the power to, God has the power to, and hasn't done it, then he couldn't possibly be all good, because that's a moral obligation that he hasn't fulfilled.
Ian, do you realize we could cure cancer right now as human beings without God?
What about all the years that couldn't?
Ian, do you understand that's a lie? Do you understand you're traditionally educated? Is the fact that you're paying that cancer for
2,000 years ago. What about the dinosaur bones with cancer? I mean, how do you explain any of that? Were the dinosaurs supposed to cure it as well?
Whereas I hear in the dinosaurs, Mr. Ian, you're talking about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about cancer. When you're talking about dinosaurs.
Yeah, dinosaurs have cancer.
Okay, so again, your question to me is objectively, wouldn't that be the correct thing to do? Press the button in order to remove all cancer. Okay, cool. Now, right now, Ian, we can cure cancer, right?
Wait, I'm not going to take debate on this. Let's say that. So that's like obviously false. But let's say that it's true. Why wouldn't God cure cancer from the start?
Why? Okay, so why wouldn't God cure cancer from the start? Why wouldn't God cure cancer from the very beginning? So do you believe that all human suffering should be ended at this very point if God is so? Okay, but cancer is suffering and cancer is a form of disease, and you're saying that should be taken away if God existed and he was morally correct. So are you saying that because this exists, God doesn't exist?
Yeah, like these natural people, these natural sources of suffering. Yeah. I think that God could get rid of all of these. That would be the good thing to do.
Okay, so you believe that God's existence should point to a perfect world?
Didn't say that.
A world without suffering?
Didn't say that either. A world where nature itself is not the driving cause of so much suffering.
A world where nature itself is not the driving cause of so much suffering.
Yeah.
Explain to me how nature is the driving cause of so much suffering.
Yeah, because the majority of, or like the largest percentage of human deaths that you can attribute to malaria. Malaria has killed billions